let's start on the paper decorations. This is probably going to take the most time. And so being able to have really good paper scissors, maybe even some smaller scissors, because there are several things to cut out. Each county is making 7 different things, and each of our items are all located, they're cut out, or they're ready to be cut out. So they're located in that folder, and they are all clipped together. We're gonna open up our clip and unpack this. We have the KEHA and the Hooray megaphones, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of this. Remember, you're only going to need 7 centerpieces, so you will have some extra pages. The megaphones are to be put onto yellow paper. So we have yellow paper, and so you're going to be able to cut out the yellow paper. Don't use the bottom squares, they're too small. We're going to cut out the megaphones and be able to place those onto the yellow rectangles. So that way they look like this. We have a cutout megaphone, we have one of the yellow cutouts. We're going to use our glue stick and be able to glue those onto our yellow paper, and then we're going to hot glue them so they're on top of our white sticks. All right, so let's continue going through our packet. We have our pom-poms. Our pom-poms are going to be the hardest to cut out. Please remember that each table is different and standalone. So as you're cutting it out, if you're struggling with getting into the small crevices and things, and you leave some white spots and things around the edges, it's okay. Each of the tables will look different, but very, very, very similar. And so just take your time to cut out the pom-poms. You have 1, 2, 3 sheets. And those pom-poms will go on the blue paper. And the blue paper is divided out with the do not cut here in the center, do not use. So that way the blue pom-poms, or the pom-poms, are gonna go on the blue paper using our glue stick and be able to go right in the middle of our blue paper. Now it takes 2 of these per centerpiece. So you're essentially going to need 14 of these. All right, next we have the KEHA emblem. This is the logo that is found on the website as you register for the state meeting. And so there's 1, 2 of these, and these will go on the yellow paper. We have 2 of those. And then to add a little decoration on the tip, we have small little bows. So again, if you are struggling and having a hard time cutting things out, it's okay to be able to, leave some of the white spaces if you need to, because we know some of this is very delicate and intricate. Just do the best you can, and we appreciate your help and your hard work. Thank you. Let's go ahead and clear the table, and let's put one of these together so that way we can see and build onto our jar. So hold on just a minute. Okay, so we have them all cut out, and if you notice, we have this already glued to our yellow. And so I forgot to mention that you're gonna need tape, so I do apologize. So you're gonna need some tape, and we're gonna take that tape, we're simply gonna fold it over, and we're gonna put it on the back of our yellow card that has the KEHA emblem, and we're going to put that on each side. So we're going to have our KEHA, oh, that's kind of crooked. And there we go. All right, so now we're gonna take that also, and we're gonna take it to the back as well. we're going to take our pom-poms and our glue sticks, and we're going to put the glue stick on the back of the pom-pom, making sure to get all the way around. And again, it's purple, but it's going to dry clear. And we are going to line that up and put that in the middle of our blue square, pressing it down to make sure it's secure. All right, there's one. Gonna do the same thing on the second one, making sure that we get glue all around and in the middle good. Pressing that down. Again, that glue will dry clear. Might want to have some paper towels or some baby wipes to kind of wipe your fingers off as you're working on those. We'll do the same thing with our Hooray and our KEHA. And this time those are going to go on the yellow. Pom-poms go on the blue. The megaphones go on the yellow. Again, we're adding our glue. We're lining that up. Hooray. And putting that. And they're not all going to be identical, and it's okay because they're all going to be on their same different tables. So they'll look the same and give a very similar appearance, but yet they're going to, you know, maybe just be off just a little bit based on how each person does the gluing and the centering, and that's okay. We're going to do the same thing on the second megaphone, just like we did with the pom-poms. And again, lining that up in the middle. And pressing that down. All right. So now we have our megaphones and our pom-poms. KEHA, Hooray. Now we're going to take our sticks, and this is where it's going to get a little tricky, and I want to make sure that you are being very, very safe and not burning your fingers on the hot glue gun. And so we're going to put our KEHA, and we're going to put in the middle of the KEHA, and make sure that it's the correct way. Don't have your letters upside down. And we're going to put a zigzag of hot glue in the middle, so that way our stick can lay directly on that hot glue. Can you see that? Our stick's laying on the hot glue. Now we're going to take the second megaphone, and we're going to add a little bit more glue all around and over top of that stick. Notice how we're getting the glue on top of the stick, and we're going to do an outline of the glue around the yellow megaphone paper, so that way we're very carefully, and don't burn yourself, gonna line up and be able to get. Now you want to make sure you use a pencil or something like that to help be able to get it to press down so you're not burning your fingers. Don't want anybody hurt. No blisters while making this. And making sure that that's secure around that stick. And get off our little glue fuzzies. And there we go. Hooray, KEHA. And this is going to be sitting into our jar of paper shreds. So there's one. Now, this one, if you're able to get the bows cut out, we're going to add the bows up here around the edge. So that way, the bows are kind of on the edge of the Hooray. We will do the pom-poms the same way, making sure we turn those upside down, and then getting our glue down the center So that way it is holding the stick so it doesn't come out. And make sure you have extra glue sticks. My extra glue sticks are over there on my side table. So I'm hoping this one's gonna last. So make sure you put extra glue over top of that stick, pressing that stick down into the glue, being able to get extra glue on top of the stick and around the edges of your paper, and then very carefully, and you want to use a pencil or something to be able to push down, very carefully lining that up, watching your fingers, being able to get that pressed on that stick. Make sure your stick is secure. All the glue fuzzies away. And then that goes in the opposite one. So there we go. Good job. Remember, you're gonna have one of these on here, and you're gonna have another one on the back as well. So you're gonna have two of these, and this has two because it has one on the front and the back. This has two because it has one on the front and the back as well. Good job. Ready for our next step.